one. Fill up all the way. A big exhale out. Start to build your Ujjayi breath. Hey, Ratana, good to see you. Big full inhales with a pause at the top, long exhales with a pause at the bottom so that you can start to build the heat and the momentum of your practice. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, move your body around any way that you feel called to move it. Let your toes soften into the floor, your fingertips spread out nice and wide so that you can take up a lot of surface area on your mat right from the start. And walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pull the pit of your belly weight in and up, and then you choose what you want to do with your hands and your arms. Start to plug in your big toe mounds into the floor, the center of your heels deep down into the mat. Heavy in your feet on purpose. And press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips, bring your thumbs to heart center. Choose an intention for your practice. Pick one simple thing that you're going to keep coming back to, and we'll send out those intentions with 3 big ohms. So take a deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up and pause. Tap your right knee to your right elbow. Left knee to your left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Inhale together. Empty it out. Full breath in. Big exhale. Last one, fill up. Push all the air back out. Look forward and move, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Press into your feet. Rise up to standing. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Long flat back. High push up. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Then knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. In. Empty it out. Breath number 2. Exhale. Last one together. Empty to the pit of your belly. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Stretch the sides of your body up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Press your fingertips into the mat. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Empty it out. Good. Big breath in. Exhale. Last one. Fill up. Empty completely. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Look between your fingers. Fold. Halfway lift. High push up. You got it. Squeeze into center. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Push the air back out. Good. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Exhale completely. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Bow down. One more sunny. Rise up to standing. Look up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths in. Push the air back out. Breathe in together. Exhale. Let your fingertips sink down. One more breath. Empty completely. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Sit way back into your hips and keep the breath flowing deep down into your lungs. We're going to help generate some heat. Take one more inhale and reach. Twist right on your exhale. Inhale, open your arms. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair pose. Breath in. Twist left on your exhale. Breathe in and open. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift, long flat back. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step through, rise up and reach up. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Step through, take a whole breath in as you reach up to your fingertips. Low push up, hands to the mat. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Empty it out. Full breath. Big exhale. Last one. Push all the air back out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose, one breath. Reach. Twist right on your exhale. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Good. Chair pose. Reach. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Pit of the belly in. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Step into it, plug your feet into the floor. Chaturanga. Big breath, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Plug your big toe mount straight to the floor. Good, chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Breathe in together. Empty it out. Two more. In. Exhale. Last one. Push all the air back out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Bow down. Chair pose. Sit way back in your hips. Twist right. Hey, Philomena. Open the arms. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back to chair. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Knee tap and a knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step. Come deep into that lunging front leg. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Upward facing. Downward facing. Opposite foot warrior one. Knee stacked right over that front ankle. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Thumbs down on your exhale. Press. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Empty completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair posted even deeper in your hips. Twist right. Inhale to open. Stay and twist. Back to chair. Left. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Really press the ground away. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior one. You got this. Step into it. Lift your chest. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Left side. Step it through. A whole breath to go all the way up into the pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Clear the air out. Big breath in. Exhale. Last one. Push all the air back out. Feet to hands. You've got one more sun B. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair posted deep. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay for the exhale. Back to chair. Twist left. Breathe in and open. Stay and push the air back out. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right. Step it through. Plug your heels. Center of your heels down. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left side. Step it through. Feet in the mat. Chest up to the ceiling. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Fantastic. Take one breath in. Clear all the air out. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. You can stay here in three-legged or flip your dog, go all the way over. That happens to everybody, Jess, don't worry about it. So in three-legged, open up your chest as wide as it'll go. In flip dog, press down on purpose. Feet and hands through the mat and into the ground. Nice, Ratana. Flip back over, side plank. Plant your right palm, send your left hand up to the sky. You can have your weight up in that top hand, Ratana, if you'd like. Set your gaze on one point. Then everybody knit your front ribs into center. Nice pause. So everything is tight and pulled in. One more breath here. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay and make space or flip your dog. And fully connect, intentionally pressing your feet, your fingertips, the edge of your palm down into the mat. Nice, we've got some cactus arms, more shoulder space, love it. Flip back over, side plank. That left palm straight into the mat intentionally so each fingertip can grip the texture of your mat or your towel. And everything knits together on the front, creating space on the back side of your body. Nice, Philomena. One more breath. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. A big exhale out. Send your right leg straight up and back. Flex that ankle, dial your toes down towards the floor. Yeah, good adjustment. So all 5 toes are facing the floor. Then take a breath in here. Knee to nose on your exhale. Round your spine. Press the foot back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze in and up. Last one. Press back. Knee to nose. Hug in. Crescent lunge. Step the foot between your hands. So you decide how much space you need front to back and left to right. If the base feels a little wobbly, you can always go wider left to right to give yourself more foundation. And commit to that lunging front leg. Knee over the ankle. Plug the center of your front heel straight down into the mat. Hands to heart center. Twist right. So you can stick with palm to palm or open up your arms. That option is up to you, but press your back thigh straight up to the ceiling, leaving a little softness in that back knee. So can you balance those two things? A powerful back thigh, powerful back calf without locking out your back knee. Nice, Brian. One more breath together here. Stay for the exhale. Twist. Warrior 2. Face the other way. Up and around and then get settled. You can adjust your feet however you need to get your front heel somewhere in line with the center of your back arch. Then come a little deeper into warrior 2 legs. Stay deep in your lunge, extended side angle. Elbow to your front thigh or fingertips down by your arch. Land here in extended side angle first, where you've got stable foundation and space in the upper body. And then if you want to add the bind on, be my guest. Top arm around your back, maybe a full bind with the front arm underneath your front thigh. Now, everybody peel that top shoulder back behind you. Last breath here. Chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. A clearing breath out. Send your left leg straight up and back. Flex the ankle. Make the toes face the floor so you've got square hips that you're working with. Breathe in together. Knee to nose, exhale. Good, press back, breathe in. Knee to nose, squeeze the air back out. Last time, breath back. Exhale, squeeze in, crescent lunge. Then continue to breathe while you're setting up crescent lunge. Yeah, a lot of the time it's like that. I'm going to breathe really hard in this one spot and then completely drop the breath immediately afterwards. Steady Ujjayi breath. Come deeper into your lunge and then connect to stability by pressing the center of your front heel into the ground. Hands to heart center, twist left. Super important to tap back into foundation, to what's touching the floor in your practice when it's like this outside and everything's getting tossed and turned every which way. You can open your arms if you plan on doing that. What's touching the ground? What's got me here and connected to the earth? Then back thigh, super powerful up to the ceiling with a little bit of softness on the back knee. Good step. Last breath in. Stay for the exhale. Warrior two. Good stuff. Come down deep into warrior two legs. If you need to do a little wiggling with the hips side to side to get him in the right spot, do that, and then commit to a nice deep lunge. Extended side angle. Stay in the deep lunge as you shift your torso forward. Add more breath. Take your bind. Half binder full and then attention on that top shoulder. Get it wrapped around the back of your body. One more breath together here. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Sigh it out. Yeah, make some noise. Breathe in. Good. Last one. Step or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Down, down, down in the hips. Slide it so far back that your tailbone can reach back and you can expand that space in your low back. Hands to heart. Twist right. Stay low in the hips so you can lift your chest up high. Open your arms. Toes light and lifted off the floor. You'll stay right here in the work of the chair twist. 5, 4, 3. Love the toes. 2, 1. Chair pause. Fold. Fingers to toes. Hook your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Send your tailbone up to the sky. So you can play around with the balance between tipping the tailbone up and the softness in your knees. Find the sweet spot where you've got stretch in the back of your legs and the tailbone's going up, but there's a sense of release happening in this fold as well. Release the hands. Crow number 1 from the head of your mat. You can take any variation of crow you'd like to take. Standard crow, spread out your fingers nice and wide, press them into the floor. Foundation first. The knees on the backs of your triceps. Foundation is also part of your gaze. Where is your gaze? Do you have it set in a specific place to help you keep your balance and stay here in the pose? You've got one more breath wherever you are. Step or jump back, low push-up. Nice, Paul. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Recommit. Tailbone draws you back to the back edge of your mat to stretch that tissue in the low back. Hands to heart. Twist left. And then notice, did you lose the space in your low back already? Can you open that back up? Open your arms. So super long line from tailbone to the crown of your head. Stay for 5, 4, toes light. 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Fold. Gorilla. Step on your palms. Toes up to your wrists. And if your breath got away from you, now's the time. Bring that back into your practice. Yeah, in a way that everyone in the room practicing can hear, the people practicing at home can hear, and they can sync up with our breath. Crow number 2. You can take traditional crow or take it to another space. Maybe getting upside down is where you want to go here. Because whether you've been practicing for not very long or you've been practicing for years, like you're still just going one pose at a time. What is there for you in the practice in this moment? What's there if you put your gaze on this point? Steady, rhythmic breath. One more breath wherever you are. Step or jump, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Exhale it out. 2 more. Breath in, breath out. Last one. Exhale everything. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Right arm under, right leg over. Plenty warmed up now. Plenty of heat being generated so that you're in a space where you can start to make some shifts happen. Lock your gaze on one spot. Unmessable with your standing foot rooted into the mat. Left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over. We're going to play with the length of time that we're holding some of the balancing poses tonight so that you have the opportunity to get just past the edge of what feels like, oh yeah, business as usual. Squeeze out the space between your limbs. Good. Standing big toe mount straight into the floor. Then right side eagle, second set. Little bit longer on this one. Pay attention to the foundation. What's touching the floor? How can I build from there all the way up to the top of the pose? Gaze set. Awesome breath, everybody. Keep that up. Can you settle your hips a little closer to the floor? Will that help with the balance? Yeah. Beautiful. Left side eagle. Left arm under, left leg over. A lot of times it doesn't take much to start to create a shift in a pose. It could just be 2 or 3 extra breaths and it's like, whoa, this is starting to feel completely different from what I'm used to. Get curious about that, especially if it feels like you take the pose the same way every time. A couple more breaths. What does that give me in the pose? Standing leg raise, right side. Grab a hold of the edge of your foot or your big toe. Even if you've got to bend your knee to hold the foot, yeah, or strap her on the end of your foot. Stand up nice and tall in center. Add the breath. Yeah, same tools get applied in every pose. Gaze set, breath flowing. And then if you lose your balance, no big deal. You just come back to the pose and reset the thing. Open to the right. Reach and look left. Dial back into the breath. Yeah, let it be a little messy if it needs to be. That's fine. Back to center. Take airplane. Press your foot straight back. Reach your arm straight back. Now you're testing the strength of the foot, the muscles around your standing ankle. The longer you're on the one leg, can you squeeze them into your leg bones and make stable foundation happen? Standing splits, hands to your standing ankle or the floor. You got this. I know. Let it get hot. Let it build up heat in your ankle or your foot and stick with it. You've got one more inhale. Lift your leg up high. Both feet to the mat. Shake it out. Ho, ho, ho. Hachi machi. I know. Standing leg raise, left side. Grab a hold of that left raised foot. I'm a big fan of using the towel or strap because my foot's usually pretty sweaty at this point in practice. It's a better grip. So something to try. Stand up nice and tall. And then get into the bones, the muscles of your standing foot. Get as much of it as possible, the sole of the foot on the floor. Beautiful. Open left, reach and look right. Yeah, take your time. Absolutely. Make the transition as thoughtful as you holding the pose. So both are equally important. Take it back to center. Airplane. You got it. Can you build up the strength in the foot and ankle? Know that the end is coming soon and your foot and ankle are strong enough, the leg muscles strong enough to support you through the series of poses. Standing splits. Nice transition. Yeah, hands can stay on the floor. They can stay on your calf or your ankle. Last breath to lift that leg. Both feet to the floor. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. Soft crease of the elbow always faces out for the standing bow so that you can get the shoulder blades together on your back. Take your pose. Now, I don't know about you, but this pose, when someone goes, yeah, just a couple more breaths, I'm like, yeah, okay, count faster. Stay with the rhythm of the breath. And if you need to step out of the pose, do that and then come back to it. With nothing else around it, like you come out, okay, cool, right back into the standing bow or the dancers. Press your standing big toe mount straight into the floor. Plug it in. Good work. One more breath. Switch sides. Standing bow or dancer on the left. When there's a consistent breath, a consistent flow of energy, it makes the class like, okay, it's not that I'm burning all my energy in the beginning and then I'm hanging on by the end of practice. It's I've got consistent heat and breath and tools to work with in each and every pose. Last big inhale. Right side, second set. You got it. If you'd like to switch to standing bow or dancers or stick with the same pose, that's up to you. Go for it. Steady breath. Stay with the breathing. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Some extra love on those shoulders, especially when it's cold out. Last one, left side. Steady breath, eyes on 1 point. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet to the mat. Nice control, everybody. Tree pose on the right. Start with your hands at heart center. Hands start at heart center. Calm, cool, collected. Pull everything in towards center line. Hands can stay at heart center or choose an arm variation. What will feel like the best fit, the strongest expression of tree pose for this moment? Add a little softness to your standing knee. Big inhale, lift up tall. Switch sides. Left side tree. Hands start at the heart. And it's a pulling back into center. You spread out and take up space in standing bow and dancer, and now it comes back in. Fullest expression. What does that look like? Beautiful. Last breath. Both feet to the mat. Extended mountain. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Step your right foot between your hands. Take up the whole mat. You've made space. You've created heat. Now it's time for triangle. There's more heat building in the beginning of class so that you can make space to ground down at this point in your practice. Reconnect with the soles of your feet, with the center of your heels, even the way that your toes are showing up in this triangle, on purpose and specific. Press into both of your feet, rise up to standing. Turn your feet to face the long edge of your mat. Fold forward. Two options tonight. You can work on taking an inversion or take ninja lunges. Inversions, you head that way. Ninja lunges, bend one knee, sink to one side, then over to the other knee and over to the other side. And when I say you're working on inversions, that could be that you're working on bringing the crown of your head to the floor and you're not going all the way upside down yet. Perfect. Anything in between those two? Yeah, breath attached to your movement the whole way. An intentional choice to attach those two things together. You've got another breath or two to get things complete. Then press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold or splits. Hips square no matter which pose you're choosing. Hinge forward. And attention to detail of what each foot is doing. On purpose choice for them to connect to the ground and for the leg muscles to squeeze into your leg bones. Soften your toes. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Left arm down, right arm out, and then up toward the ceiling. More important to have the attention on the twist of the torso than getting the arm up as high as it can go. See if you can get the center of your chest to face the side of the room. Take one more breath together here. Stay for the exhale, twist it out, then high to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle, left foot between your hands. Feet in the floor, big toe mounds in the floor. Then spread everything else nice and wide. Collarbones nice and broad. A long line between your lowest rib and the top of your hip. Press into your feet, rise to stand. Side facing wide leg fold. Turn the feet to face the long edge of the mat. Take a bind behind your back. Interlace the fingers, hand to elbow. Straps are a good tool to use. Hinge forward. Keep a little bit of softness in your elbows, and then notice how that shifts the stretch in your shoulders. Rather than seeing how far forward you can shove your hands down towards the floor, yeah, and can you soften the elbows a little bit and keep the stretch in your upper back and shoulders? Good adjustments. I know it's humbling sometimes. You're like, I know I can get my arms further forward. Yes, and the stretches for your shoulders. Release your hands down, rise up to standing. Namaste front facing or splits. You got it. Feet on the ground. Hands either at the hips or a bind for the namaste folds. Go for it. Feet connected. A breath that makes the feet connected. Nice alignment, everybody. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. When you're plugged into that foundation, it makes it easier to work on the alignment of the rest of the pose. Because when you've got your feet out of alignment, when the toes are doing something crazy, then it makes it way harder to balance out the rest of the things. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. Breath in. Big exhale. One more. Clear it completely. Roll out to a high plank. Shoulders stacked over your wrists. You've got two options. You can hold the plank here or take mountain climbers. Knees go into your nose for the mountain climbers. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Set up for locust pose. For the first locust, keep the tops of your feet pressed into the mat. Whole time in this first locust, the feet stay connected to the mat. Rise up, lift your chest, lift your shoulders, press the tops of your feet into the mat. See if you can press so much that it engages your quads and your hamstrings. The muscles squeeze into your leg bones. Good. One more breath. Stretch long. Lower down. Hips rock side to side. Superman, keep the tops of your feet down on the floor. Reach your arms out in front. Yeah, you can have a block between your hands if you want to add that piece of work into it. Tops of the feet stay in the floor. Lift the chest, lift the arms. Pull the lowest parts of your belly in and up. Your front ribs in and up. Beautiful. Big inhale to stretch. Lower down. Hips side to side. Floor row number 1. Bend your knees and grab a hold of your ankles. That same attention to length. Floor bow. Rise up. Send your shins straight back and your heart straight forward. How much length can you make in your spine here? Can you send your tailbone the same direction your knees are going? Good. One more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Second set. Floor bow number 2. Switch legs or take both. Up and away from the mat. Knees straight back, shoulders in together behind you. A long, narrow back bend. Last breath in. Come on down. Legs side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Press back. Look between your hands. Make your way through to sit and come onto your back for bridge pose. Plant both feet on the floor, press down and rise up. Up and away from the mat. There's space, there's strength and heat. Shoulder blades in towards your spine. Take one more breath in. Lower the hips, knees side to side. You can stick with bridge or move on to wheel. Wheel number 1. Tuck your fingertips under your shoulders. Press down. Rise up. Big open space. Your fingertips in the mat. Stable foundation. Tuck your chin and lower. Breathe in. Big breath out. Number 2, press, lift, go. Make it methodical and purposeful like you've been making this entire practice so far. Tuck your chin and come down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 3, halfway. Press down, rise up. Yeah, without hesitation, right? Because you know you've done all the pieces to build your way to this pose. Come on down. Breath in. Breath out. Rise up. Wheel pose. Number 4. You got this. Fingertips, feet, gaze, all locked in and part of your pose. Lower down. Breathe in together. Breath out together. Last 2. Wheel pose number 5. Press and go. Gaze set, finger set. Press down on purpose. Come on down. Full breath. Big exhale. Last one. Last wheel. Last bridge. Rise up. Rise up and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet to touch. Knees open wide. Eyes stay open. See what you see. Open and focused. Happy baby or dead bug. Soles of the feet up to the sky. Get that whole bony plate at the base of your spine down on the floor. Legs straight up in the air. Hands either behind your head or under your hips. Lower your right leg halfway to the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch your legs. Stay and breathe in. Exhale, switch. Keep moving with your breath. Really specific about the switch being on the exhale. Even if you're going slower or quicker than your neighbor, you're matching your movement to your breath. Keep going for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Flex your ankles. 14, 13. Good breathing. 12, 11, 10. Ribs together. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight up. Hug your knees into your chest. Abdominal twist. Hands behind your head. Elbow to opposite knee. Go for it. That attention to detail. Breath to movement as you're going side to side. So the exhales can help pull your abdominal muscles down towards the floor. Keep going for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Keep breathing. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Relax your jaw. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Excellent facial expressions. Rock back and forth. Regular boat pose. Just one boat pose to finish off the stability section. Rise up. Chest nice and broad. Knees can be bent. Hands can be on the backs of your thighs. However boat needs to show up. Now lengthen the sides of your body. Yes. Good adjustments. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Squeeze in. Downward facing dog. Woo. Doing the work. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. You can always take this pose on your back if you prefer that variation. Forehead resting on something. Hands, the floor, a block. Steady breathing all the way to the end of your practice. And a lot of times we talk about things just touching the floor here in the opening section where you're doing a lot of hip opening and other things opening. Can you create an intentional foundation? Like the way you're touching the floor is on purpose, pressed into the floor rather than just being on the floor. So physically, me looking at you, it might not seem as though much has shifted, but muscularly, you can tell the difference. Your body actively pressed into the floor with whatever part of the body is touching the mat. A balance where stability and a grounded energy can be there with the openness and the space. Few more breaths here. You can stay where you are in half pigeon or take king pigeon. Bend your back knee and grab a hold of your back ankle or back foot. Yeah, and you may stay down on your elbow, may come up on your hand, whichever feels like the better fit. Downward facing dog. To left side half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. Opposite ankle crossed over your opposite thigh. What is touching the floor, and can you make that happen on purpose? Even if that feels like a lot to manage, pick one specific thing to press down on purpose and put all of your attention on it, like your back toe, your back big toe. Can you make that fully connected into the floor? If you're on your back, can you get the tips of your shoulder blades in towards your spine, your attention just right there? Stay or king pigeon. Downward facing dog. Seated wide leg fold is next. So however far apart feels comfortable to have your legs apart, toes up to the ceiling. And sit up nice and tall. You might need to untuck your sit bones back behind you so you can sit up a little bit taller. Fold forward. And wherever you land is perfect, whether you're almost still upright or your face is touching the floor, or anywhere in between. Steady breath can help soften the edges of this pose, so it'll give you more space to fold deeper. Then keep your legs where they are, rise back up. And you'll do leg extension on the right, so slide your right arm along your right leg, reach your left arm up and over your ear to take a side stretch. Less important to get both hands touching that right foot, more important to get the stretch on the side of your body. And if you're anything like me on this side, it's super tight and you're like, wow, there's so much information, I can hardly take a deep breath in. Dial it down a little bit from that if you're in that space and focus on the breath. Come back to center, switch sides, left arm along the left leg, right arm up and over the ear. In a way that you can almost rotate your chest up toward the ceiling. So if reaching further to the side brings your chest down to the floor, turn it back up to the ceiling and let your hand come up higher. Nice, there you go. Back to center, bring the legs back together, seated forward fold, toes straight up to the ceiling, fold over your legs. You can decide if you want to keep a long flat back or round your spine like a banana shape towards your legs. Steady breathing. Let it soften the fold so you can go a little bit deeper. Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind your hips. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Rise up. Planks, point your toes to the ground. Yes, and squeeze your inner thighs together. Tabletop, sink your heels straight down. Press down on purpose. Good. One more breath. Lift the hips. Lower down. Fish pose is next. You can stick the block between your shoulder blades or tuck your hands underneath your glutes. So you've got the block. Make sure that it's up between your shoulder blades so the base of the block is right at the bottom of your ribs instead of in your low back. Eyes open. See what you see. Foundation on purpose. The hips, the way the feet are oriented on purpose. One more breath together here. A big exhale out. Make your way onto your back. Last opportunity to get upside down. You can take waterfall on your back with your legs in the air. Shoulder stand by way of plow. Any other type of headstand or handstand work, it's all on the table. Gaze set, breath steady. Foundation, stable and steady. Headstands and handstands. You've got another breath or two, and then child's pose for the reset. Shoulder stands, make your way to plow. Long legs in your plow. Plow to deaf yogi. Bend your knees, hug them around the sides of your head. Round your spine towards the front edge of your mat. Slowly lower down piece by piece. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Drop the knees one way, twist and look the opposite. If you want to add a bit of a stretch to your IT band on the outside of your top leg, just straighten out that leg into the twist. Supine twist, opposite way. Supta Baddha Konasana. Last opportunity to get yourself settled. Heavy, grounded. Shavasana. You've got your cold eye towel at the upper corner of your mat if you're in studio. Take one last breath in. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. And plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish out practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb, knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all for braving this weird ice storm that we're experiencing and coming into the studio anyway, getting on your mat from home and getting up to something with me. Namaste. Good work, everybody. If you are planning on making it to the studio for these upcoming holidays, just keep an eye on the schedules because we will have our holiday schedule updated in MindBody. That happened yesterday, but all of the dates and stuff will be on the announcements and up at the front desk in case you need to know. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow at either 4 or 5:45.